So I don't even want to play this whole thing.
And the truth about it is, y'all, I'm hurting y'all because I want to be loved. I want marriage. You know, a lot of us get on here, we act tough, and we be like, I don't want a man, I don't need a man, but I want help. I want to be loved. I want somebody to love me. I want somebody I can be vulnerable with. The problem is, and I'm not crying y'all because I'm sad, I'm crying y'all because it's like a release right now. But the problem for me, y'all, is that all the relationships that I had with men were not about love. It was about survival for me. I know how to fuck. I know how to cook. I know how to clean. I know how to seduce a man. I do not know how to love a man. And then to have a son because of those choices that I was making, y'all, and I got pregnant really, really fast. I got pregnant within 90 days of knowing my baby daddy. And we don't talk about this shit because it's embarrassing and it hurts. It fucking hurts. And I'm mad with me. I'm not mad at men. I'm not mad at my life. I'm mad at me because I don't know how to fix me. I don't know how to fix it. That's accountability. That's the shit that hurts. Is realizing that, hey, I got some shit with me that I don't know how to fucking fix. And in turn, because I don't know how to fix that shit, I'm fucking up other people around me. That's accountability.
Child, this look like what Lisa from Real Housewives of Salt Lake City need to be saying to Meredith. Because when Meredith says you need to get some help because how you acting is causing you to have all of this venom for me, bitch. You need to go to therapy. Okay, so nigga said Moni Myrtle gotta chill and get help. Leave that lady alone and let her release on the internet. Okay, sometimes you gotta cry on the internet, girl. It's all right. It's okay.
That's the shit that we don't put on social media. And the truth about it is, y'all.
Erica says, send her to my channel so I can deprogram that I need a man foolishness. You need yourself, sis. And that's the truth. That's the truth. And this is the funny part. Y'all, I often comment on, some of these problematic, misogynistic, fucked up ass men versus women posts sometimes, just because I just want to, I want to insert some intelligence into these stupid ass conversations that people, like to have. But there's always some dumb person that thinks they know my life based off my comment. Like, you haven't even done the research of going through my very public page before you say something to me about how the men I want to fuck don't want to date me. All because y'all are upset at the fact that I pointed out you niggas are mad about women, just going out on dates with y'all for meals, but y'all just go out on dates with women to fuck. Like, women have been going through that forever. You know what I'm saying? Women have been going through this, having to decipher whether a man is being honest in his emotions or whether he's just trying to take advantage of you so he can get into your vagina and then leave you destitute. Okay, some fucking well with a baby, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Having sex with you, creating an emotional bond with you, and then throwing you to the side in the most ridiculous narcissistic way possible, complete 180 from the person that they were to you when everything was all good. So I hate the way we act like that was not a norm for women to have to constantly be on guard. That's why they had to create all of these books about wait 90 days and all of this other shit, because women had to try to combat the fact that men were constantly trying to find ways to manipulate women into creating emotional bonds with them, also that they can fuck these women and then leave them like a game. That's what we've been writing books about, all of the dating all that is exactly where this conversation has started from the beginning, which is women trying to find connections with men that are sincere. So when men want to complain about, not wanting to go on dates with women so that they don't get used for a meal, I made the point that, my nigga, that's very rich for you to feel a way about, being used for a meal when women are constantly having to worry about being used for our bodies or our houses. Okay. For you homosexual niggas out there. Okay. So I make this comment, and now all of a sudden, I must be some woman that can't date the men I want to fuck. And I'm just sitting up here like, you niggas really take leaps and bounds and jumps off the porch because I have these ideals, because I have done like a lot of emotional work and I have grown as a woman. And in this world, I've grown as a person. I'm also in therapy. So I understand how my abandonment issues, my socialization has affected the way I see relationships. But the more you get to the truth of the situation, the more you realize what we all really need is to focus on ourselves and make sure that we are happy and healthy, and therefore we can be happy and healthy with another person. But the idea that finding another person is supposed to fix you is stupid. And it doesn't make sense. Essentially, what you learn in this life, if you actually pay attention, is that the only thing you have is experiences. You experience people, you experience places, times, foods, feelings. You just experience it. And then at some point, you're going to have to let it go. People die, people leave, all of these things. And you need to be able to be okay anyway. You need to be okay anyway. You can find the best man in the world. That man might die before you. You need to be able to live after that. A man might leave you. I have conversations with people all the time. The greatest fear is that the person is going to leave them. When essentially, if they leave you, that just means that y'all had each other for the time y'all had each other. And now it's time to move on to something else. Everything isn't always a forever fit. It's not supposed to be. Life is supposed to be a journey sometimes. And that might take you to different people and different moments. So the idea that you need to be always looking for somebody else to make you happy, to validate you, it means you're forever going to be lost and in pain. And people are going to always disappoint you if you do not get to a point as a whole ass individual where you can be okay with just you. Whether somebody is there with you or not, can you be okay with just you? I made a commitment to myself before I got married that no matter what, I was going to be okay with just me. Before I got married, I had been through enough relationships that showed me I do not need to keep having this feeling that I'm going to die or I'm going to be distraught if a person doesn't want to be with me anymore, because I have abandonment issues. So people leave me and I get sick. I lose weight. I get depressed. That was what was happening to me in my teen years. When I got into my 20s, I said, fuck all that. It may be hard. It may be a struggle for a moment, but bitch, I'm going to find a way to be happy with just being by myself. And that's one thing I feel like a lot of women don't have the luxury of understanding, because everything in this life is geared towards them finding a man. And then the niggas in the comments are going to blame women for the way this system is set up, which is crazy to me that women always get blamed for the way this system is set up, when really women just regurgitate what they've been told by the more powerful of the species right now, which is the men. And you're only more powerful because physically you're stronger. And we're in a patriarchy for no other reason than that. Mother Love said, love yourself first. How in the hell someone else can love you, child? Oh, I remember Mother Love. I also don't think that women really wanted kids. No, probably didn't. That's what Dr. Francis kept saying in his interview with y'all. It all leads back to what you think of yourself. Amazing interview, by the way. Thank you. We enjoyed it. We also don't talk enough about the fact that a lot of women want to be child free. Yes. And the guilt that is constantly put on women who don't want to succumb to these things. And let me tell you something. She thinks she wants marriage, but that's not what she wants, because she has no idea what marriage is. If you don't know how to love a man, then you have no idea how to be in a marriage, and you don't know that you're going to enjoy it when you're in it, because it definitely takes love, and it takes more than love. Marriage takes more than love, okay? Because there are going to be moments when whatever the fuck love look like to you, you're not going to feel that. I thank God that like there isn't a moment like I'm one of those people. I always feel the love that I have for a person. I don't know why. I could be mad at them, all of that. I always feel the love that I have for a person. So I always know that I love. You know what I'm saying? But that doesn't mean that you need to be with somebody just because you love them. You know what I'm saying? So I just kind of feel like for women, like they really need to start to understand marriage is not the end all be all for everybody. And it doesn't have to be, and it doesn't need to be. And you don't need to have a hole in yourself because you haven't done this thing yet. You don't need to have a hole in yourself because you haven't done this thing yet. This thing only matters when the person that you do it with is lighting all of your lights up. That's the only like that. And then even when they're on their lowest, they still lighten up at least half of your shit. That's the only time that marriage is actually worth it to me, is when it is mutually beneficial for both people and both people really want to be in it. That's the only time. And that is always just dependent upon you and that person and y'all's relationship. All of that outside shit. And it's crazy to me. I was having this conversation with my husband. Because people will have opinions about my marriage. And I'm like, it's crazy to me that people have opinions about something that has absolutely nothing to do with them. Like me and my husband's marriage is literally me and him. It's nobody else. Other people are around us and are affected by our union, but essentially our relationship is only between he and I. So it really doesn't have to matter and shouldn't matter to anybody but the two people in a relationship. So yeah, I feel like people really allow the outside world to be too involved in the way they live on the inside. You need to be happy by yourself. Your house, your physical being, how you go about your day, those things need to reflect how you feel about yourself. You know what I'm saying? Girl, stand up for you. Okay, stand up for you, girl. All right, let's move on. There's more.
When you see the baby or Lil Boosie or other black men get in trouble for saying things, would you ever want to talk to them? Would you ever want to talk to Boosie or talk to the baby? Or
First of all, I don't know who they are.
All right.
Let me say that. And here's the reason.
Right.
And because I talk about it in my book.
Yeah.
Hip hop came along. My childhood was very traumatizing. Mm-hmm. I was bullied. I was beaten. I was put out of the church. I was all of those things. And hip hop started to emerge. And the first narrative was fuck the police. The second narrative on the list was kill the faggots. I missed hip hop because I had to extract myself from that energy so I could save myself. Mm-hmm. I don't know nothing about it. I don't know who these people are. You know, I let the hip hop singers in, Mary J. Blige, you know, the nice rappers, you know, the puffies and the things like that. Yep, I got all of that. Yeah. But I missed a lot of that culture. I'm not proud of it. And it was for my own survival.
That makes sense.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So I don't know none of these people.
I know that's right.
I don't know about Lil Boosie. I don't know who the fuck that is.
I love it.
Just like he don't know who I am. And he may now, right? But when people come for me,
yeah,
and talk about me shoving my gayness down their throats and blah, 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 I'm like, turn the page.
Come on.
Yeah.
Turn it off. Like I did.
Okay. And period dot in. We can end it right there. This was a word, if I have ever heard one. Turn it off then. Because we tired of y'all. I'm telling you, as a person in the LGBT, you know, I'm the B. I am tired of y'all talking about people just being gay is, you know, an agenda to turn people. I'm so tired of y'all with that. I'm so tired of y'all. I want y'all to all go to hell with that. I really do. I want y'all to jump off a cliff and go straight to hell. Matter of fact, I want you to slide down the stripper pole like Lil Nas X into hell with that. Okay? I really, 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 really do. For a number of reasons. For one, most of you are so violent, vile, aggressive, disrespectful, ungodly. You don't have a motherfucking right to judge anybody. Anybody. Lil Boosie does not have the right to judge anybody. He don't even have a right to judge Kanye. He doesn't even have a right to say Kanye is anti-black. Because to me, a lot of the shit that you promote in your music and in your lifestyle is anti-black. But because your black ass is saying it, everybody's gonna what? Act like it doesn't promote, to me, the promotion of whiteness. Why are you always begging to be on Mark Zuckerberg's platform? But at the same time, cursing people out. Go sit down somewhere, Boosie. I get tired of him. He's just a whole bunch of contradictions all over the place. But I feel like people that abuse their children, people that promote toxic ideals to the people in their communities, things that aren't healthy to them, those things, yeah, you're just as, like, to me, your agenda is way more problematic. Hip-hop's agenda, and I'm a hip-hop head, y'all, but essentially, rap's agenda, be stupid, do drugs, kill everybody, that agenda has harmed us way, way more than anybody being gay. So I love the fact that Billy Porter told y'all to do what he did. It was damn near impossible to miss the era of hip-hop in the 90s. But guess what Billy Porter told you he did? Turned it the fuck off. So if you don't like the fact that gay people are now allowed to have representation in cartoons and movies and shit like that, instead of it being ambiguous the way it used to be, because a lot of y'all act like y'all didn't know old girl from Scooby-Doo was gay, but she was. She was absolutely, the fucking haircut and the glasses told all of the gay girls that this character would be gay if it was allowed in this time period. Get out of here. If a woman was allowed to be gay on a cartoon in the fucking 70s, that lady with the short bob and the glasses from Scooby-Doo would have been gay. Please stop playing with us. Peppermint Patty, gay. Her sleeves were rolled up. Stop playing with us. I'm just saying, y'all are full of shit. Y'all are full of shit. Because people have always been gay. Velma, thank you. People have always been gay. People always will be gay. It's just how life is. There is variation. Everybody's not going to be the same. Everybody's not going to like the same thing. Everybody's not going to come in the same shade. That's just what it is. Anything that harms a black person, to me, can be perceived as anti-black. So if y'all spout rhetoric that's harmful to a whole bunch of gay black people, anti-black. So, you can't really do one without doing the other a lot of the time. So it's really annoying when y'all want to throw that agenda bullshit around. Because I've seen a lot of agendas promoted that y'all haven't had as much of a problem with. That agenda that we don't read. I love that one. That's my favorite one. People out here getting their fucking limbs chopped off and killed and shit so that they can learn how to read a book. And y'all actively, less than 100 years later, walking around on social media telling people how I don't read books. I like this, Billy Porter. I'm not gonna lie. So thank you for this. We appreciated this. This conversation needed to happen. Change the channel. All right, y'all. So Tia is moving forward with her divorce. She don't care what y'all thought. And this is where I was with it, y'all. When Tia came out and said she was divorcing Corey Hardwick, I started to see things a little clearer. Y'all know I watch All American. And is it just me, or does Corey Hardwick give mean as fuck? I could be wrong. I could absolutely be wrong. But Corey Hardwick gives mean as fuck. I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay. But it absolutely is giving. I loved him. I tried. We were together for a moment. And now it is time to move on, like Maya. Okay? Girl, that girl is getting a divorce. It don't matter if they still love each other. That's another thing. I don't like when people, I be like, what do y'all think? Do y'all really think that people be together for like 20 years and shit, like 13, 15 years, and they don't love each other? You just decide that you just don't want to be with somebody no more. I mean, you don't love them. It means the relationship isn't good anymore. Still care about them. Still want them to be happy. Still want to have a friendship with them, maybe. Want to co-parent amicably. Do not want to be in a romantic relationship with them anymore. It's a real thing. It happens. That girl seemed like, I'm like a bird. I want to fly away. I don't know where my soul is. I don't know where my home is. And baby, all I need for you to know is it's not that I want to say goodbye, but yet every time you try to tell me that you love me, oh, each and every single day, I know I have to eventually give you. Yeah. I know my love is rare, rare, rare. I know my love is true, yeah. I'm just scared. I'm sorry, y'all. I had to do it because, Nelly Furtado. What do you mean? I don't care if you don't like my singing. Nelly Furtado. Okay? I'm giving you energy. She been with that all for her 20s and 30s. She said, I'm done. Her parent did the same when they separated and divorced. Right. It happens. It's okay. It's okay. I really don't think there's anything wrong with realizing that people don't need to be together forever all the time. Like, life is long.